As you said, China has been a powerful engine of growth, not just for the region, but the whole world. And its recent slowdown has certainly deprived the region of that impetus to growth that it had received for 3 decades. Now, the stimulus, I think, will, you've seen the monetary dimension already. It has lifted financial markets. The fiscal dimension still is a little bit undefined and will take time to kick in. That's why we didn't do much with our growth projection for China for this year, but we slightly revised it upwards next year, because what is unusual about this stimulus is it's going to target consumers. The question is whether it can actually offset consumer concerns about declining salaries and wage incomes, about declining property incomes, and about the fear of falling ill, growing old, becoming unemployed, which is what makes the savings rate in China so high. And that's why, the multiplier, the increased benefits of fiscal stimulus tend to be dampened. But nevertheless, anything that boosts growth in China is good for the rest of the region, because they depend so much on the Chinese market, but they also depend on Chinese inputs. So any revival will be welcome.
Aaditya, this is JP Ong. Stimulus is all in good, especially given a lot of the Asia Pacific is tethered, at least, to the world's second largest economy. But it seems that you can't grow an economy at these rates forever, actually. What will this mean, actually, for the rest of the region if we have to tolerate Chinese growth rates at just around or just below 5% in the future and not hit the heights that we saw in previous years?
So, 3 things. First, the stimulus is not a substitute for the deeper structural reforms that China needs at this stage to lift longer-term growth. Now, the good news is for the rest of the region, our projection is that they're growing at 4.7% this year. They'll grow at 4.9% next year. As I think you said a little while ago, the region needs now to find autonomous drivers of growth. And that implies, first of all, increasing opportunities for their own economy by getting rid of protection, most of all in their services sectors. They've thrived through trade and investment in manufacturing. They now need to ride this new technological wave in services by opening telecom, finance, transport, professional services to greater international competition. At the same time, they need to equip their people with the skills and the capacity to work with new technologies which are changing the faces of the workplace, whether it's robots or artificial intelligence. This region has relied on basic education, on infrastructure, and now it needs to acquire more sophisticated skills so that workers can work with technology rather than be displaced by them.